class. I hope you all are safe at your home, right? Today we will discuss about the next phylum of the plant kingdom is the Bryophyta. Bryophyta are the plants actually which grow in the moist and shady area, and these are also called the amphibians of the plant kingdom because these are the first category of the plant which grow in the aquatic as well as in the terrestrial area, right? One more thing about these plants are that they only grow in the soil where the copper ion concentration is more, so they are also the indicator of copper in your soil also. And when they start grow up, they spread up very fastly, and they cover in a few days the entire surface of your area, as well as it look like a green carpet, you can say that. So they are spread up very fastly, you can say that, in the moist soil only, in the presence of water is very important for their life cycle. Simply, their life cycle does not completed without the water. Actually, for the dehiscence of the Antheridia, their male gametes are Antheridia and their female gametes are called the Archegonia. So the dehiscence of the Antheridia in the presence of water. After the dehiscence, the liberation of the anthrazoids. Anthrazoids are the sperms, you can say that, the male gamete. The liberation of the anthrozoids, and after the liberation, the anthrozoids goes into the surface of the archegonia neck, and the opening of the archegonia neck, when the neck is open, then the anthrozoids goes into the archegonia. All these processes actually occur in the presence of water, so water is very necessary for their completing their life processes and their life cycle simply, right? Next, if we will discuss about the morphology, morphologically they do not have well developed root shoot system, and they have thread like structure actually, and which are called rhizoids, which actually help for the absorption of nutrients and various substances from the soil, right? And they have a separate structure, or you can say that they have two phases, the sporophytic phase and the gametophytic phase. Gametophytic phase have long life, and they are independent for the nutrition on the sporophytic phase. Next phase is the sporophytic. They are short lived, and they actually depend on the gametophytic phase for their nourishment actually. And because they are plants, so they have chlorophyll pigment, and in the presence of chlorophyll pigment, they perform the photosynthesis and synthesize their own food, right? Next is about the obviously the reproduction. Asexual mode of reproduction does not like you can say that see in these kind of plant. The vegetative reproduction takes place with the help of spores, and a special cup like structure are present in their plant body is called the gamecup, which are very common for the vegetative reproduction. And the obviously the next mode of reproduction is the sexual reproduction, and sexual reproduction occurred in the with the help of the male and female gamete, and these plants have separately male and female gametes are present. It means there are two type of plants are present. It means they are monoecious in nature. Male plant is different and female plant is different. The male gametophyte is called, the male plant is called the Antheridia, and the female part is called the Archegonia actually. Antheridia generally after the maturation form the anthrozoids, which are motile in nature, and with the help of water they goes into the female tract, and Archegonia produce the egg cell, which are non-motile in nature and large size in nature. Sexual reproduction occur is the oogamous kind of, it means egg is large and non-motile, and the male gamete is the anthrozoids or sperm, you can say that, which is small in size and motile in structure. The male gamete, the anthrozoids, have neck and the stalk region is present. It means like if you will resemble it with the angiospermic plants, they have the anther and the stalk. Similarly, they have the neck and the stalk. And in female, they have a venter and the neck cell. Neck consists the neck cells, neck canal cells, and the venter cells consist the venter cell and the egg cell. In the venter, actually, the egg cell is present. With the help of water, actually, these anthrozoids enter into the neck of the archegonia, and through the neck they enter into the venter where the egg cell is present. The egg and the anthrozoid is fertilized and form a diploid structure is called the zygote, and after the development the zygote is converted into a body is called the sporogonium. This is the actually body which is in future converted into the sporophytic body. This sporogonium has three main parts: fruit, seta and capsule. Right, this sporogonium, after the development of sporophytic body, they produce a haploid spores. These spores are called the meiospores, and these spores actually produce inside the capsule of the sporogonium, right, by the process of meiosis. These capsule have a special cell is called the mother cell. These mother cell actually converted into the spores is called the meiospore because they are produced mitotically. These spores, after the production of spores, the gametophytic phase is arise, and this gametophytic phase is also called the protodyma. Right, after all these process, this is the whole process of the reproduction. The spores actually are same shape or same size, and all spores are same, you can say that. So that kind of spores are called homospores, and the alternation of generation is also there in the bryophytes, because the bryophyte are also plants, so alternation of generation is there. If we will discuss about the classification of the bryophytes are further divided into three classes: Hepatopsida, Anthopsida and Bryopsida. These are the three different classes of the Bryophyta. Hepatopsida is also called the liver birds. Actually, the Rixia and Markensia, these are the example of the Hepatopsida. Next is the Anthoceropsida. Anthoceropsida are also called hornbirds, and Anthoceros is an example of this class. Bryopsida are also called mosses. All the mosses are present in this class. So this is all about the Bryophyta. They are the amphibians of the plant kingdom. They grow in the moist soil. Water is very important for their life cycle because the dehiscence of anther, movement of anther goes into the, or male gamete, you can say that male gamete enter into the female tract with the help of only water. So water is very necessary for their reproduction. Because they are plants, so chlorophyll is present for the various for the autotropic or photosynthesis simply. And reproduction, if we will discuss about the reproduction, asexual reproduction does not occur. Vegetative occur with the help of spores and with the help of gamecup, and sexual occur with the help of oogamous type of means with the help of male and female gametes simply. So male and female gamete fused form zygote. Zygote converted into sporogonium. In the sporogonium capsule there are meiospores. Spores are produced. After the formation of spores, gametophytes produce. Gametophyte also called protonyma, and gametophyte further fuse, form zygote, and this process is continuously going on. And one more important thing about is that the sporophytic phase is dependent for the nutrition on the gametophytic phase in case of bryophytes. Not any other phylum in the plant kingdom is that kind of situation occur. Always the gametophyte depend on the sporophytic body for the nutrition, but in case of bryophytes there is reverse processes occur. The sporophytic is dependent for the nutrition on the gametophytic. So this is all about the Bryophyta. Next we will discuss about the Pteridophyta. They are the completely terrestrial plant. They does not grow in the aquatic region. Thank you.